Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome back, Star Family. This pick a card is a July 2020 love prediction reading. So if you haven't had a chance to meditate or focus on a card as of yet, or a crystal as of yet, please go back to the very beginning of the video. There are timestamps where you can pause for silent meditation. Take as much time as you need to. Pause the video where you need to, and choose intuitively. Now, if during that time you feel led to pick more than one stack, by all means, please go ahead and listen to your intuition, because it's always going to be encouraged here. Whatever you feel nudged to watch, that's probably where the message is going to be for you. Keep in mind, these readings are timeless, so whether you're watching now at the upload time or a couple weeks to a couple months or years down the road, it doesn't really matter. It's whenever you feel that push or nudge to watch and it's placed into your awareness. Like I said, there will be most likely a message there for you. Now, these are general. I don't expect them to connect and resonate for everybody watching. So many of you out there with different walks of life and experiences, I can't possibly expect to connect with everyone. But I would say, you know, hey, if this pick a card doesn't specifically connect with you, feel free to check out my pick a card playlist, because I have a bunch of other readings there. And if I'm not the reader for you overall, that's okay, because YouTube has so many other readers out there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody out there with the messages you're looking to hear right at this moment. Okay, so go out and seek the one you trust and find the messages that you're looking for, right? So with love readings, roles can be reversed, flip-flopped, interchangeable, vice versa, especially with love readings, my goodness. So there might be some tidbits out there that would, you know, describe you, other things that I might say would describe your person. It could just be very much interchangeable, so keep that in mind when you're watching, and if something doesn't fit, also don't make it fit. Okay, so with all of that being said, I'm going to get these out of the way. We're going to get directly into stack number one. Stack number one, viewers, you chose this lovely clear quartz. Just going to put that off to the side. This is a card that you chose, so we're going to flip that over first and see what we get for the July 2020 predictions in regards to love, right? Love predictions, July 2020. Okay, so you have the Fool. That's a beautiful energy to have. Let's see if we can get some romance angels to accompany this. Let's see. Stack number one, viewers, July 2020 love predictions. Let's see what we have for you. Two cards. Okay. So we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so it could be straight up somebody from your past, or a past life connection that you have made recently in this lifetime. Being the Fool, or having the Fool here, basically, this is saying that this is a new journey. This is a new experience that's opening up to you. There's an opportunity to have something new with this person. If somebody from the past is coming back into your life, they might walk into your life again and try to rekindle that spark, especially with this. Express your love. Go ahead and make the gesture. That's a possibility. But more than anything, I'm kind of feeling like this is a soulmate from a past life that's meeting you or coming into your life in this time around. I hope I'm explaining that. Articulating myself. All right, let's see if we can get 3 cards here. I got one there already came out. Let's see if we can get 2 more. So we have the Three of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Wands. Okay. So, like I said, could be a past life situation. Okay. Could definitely be a past life situation, or a person from the past coming back. Either way, I feel like there might have been okay, I almost feel like I have to start with each scenario first, because there's 2 different stories I'm seeing here. Okay, 2 different stories I'm picking up. So let's start with the past person first. If someone from your past is coming back, okay, there is a strong bond there. There's a strong connection. I think they want to make their way back into your life again, because the Fool is always on a journey, right? He is journeying into the unknown. It is unknown territory. Somebody is looking to take a leap of faith to maybe somehow come back into your life. They want to express their love and make the romantic gesture. There has been hurt in the past over here with the Three of Swords. Maybe there was heartbreak. Whoever this person from the past was, You know, they might have broken your heart, or there might have been somebody else involved in the picture. There might have been a lot of sadness and sorrow in that situation. Also, conflicts of head and heart, where, you know, the mind and the heart are kind of not in sync, and it just creates a little bit of a tumultuous energy. That's why you have the disturbance of the clouds in the background. Okay, so there could have been heartbreak, loss, disappointment, sadness in that connection. They might have broke your heart, you might have broke their heart, whatever the case may be, but it kind of feels like somebody's trying to make their way back. They want to walk into your life again. They want to release the baggage of the past, because the Fool energy does definitely carry lightly. He doesn't go into a new chapter, and he is brand new energy. He doesn't go into a new chapter carrying all his baggage on his back. Right? Sometimes you have to let the past go in order to seek the future and see what lies ahead. This person could be trying to come back and make an offer. Messages are associated with the pages. We have the Page of Pentacles here. Could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Real quick, if it's somebody from the past trying to make their way in, as I record this, we are in Mercury retrograde, so a lot of times that does happen. But we have this Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy here. Pages are all about delivering, you know, a message. So what I'm seeing here is that somebody's trying to offer or present to you a tangible thing here. All right, they have there's a potential they want to present to you or bring to your awareness. They want to express it. All right, earthly energy is all about something tangible, real, something that you can see. Proof is in the pudding, right? Earth sign energy is all about your physical, waking, everyday life, and it's something that you can touch, see, hold, you know, and what all the five senses are involved, basically. That's why we have the little star in the pentacle, right? But I think the issue here is, if it's somebody from the past, the guard is up, because the Nine of Wands is here. You've been hurt before. All right. You've been hurt. And it's like, I don't want to go through that again. So can I even trust you at this point? Like, you're coming back into my life. Maybe you're really trying to see if there's potential here again. You're maybe trying to offer me something tangible, something real, something solid, but you hurt me before in the past, or we just had a very difficult relationship in the past. Do I want to go back there? That's the Nine of Wands, right? Battered, beaten, bruised. I've been there, done that before. Don't want to really experience that again. I'm a little paranoid. I'm on guard. So that's the feeling there. Like, somebody really wants to come in and deliver a message, express their love, and tell you how they feel, that maybe they haven't been able to forget you either with this energy. There's a connection and a bond. And it's like, at one time they might have, you know, broken the connection apart, or broke it apart in some way. But it's like they found reason. That's what I'm feeling. They found reason. Page of Pentacles is all about learning, growing, developing. All the pages are students of life, so they're trying to work their way up, you know, and mature. And it could be that the time apart, if that's what this Three of Swords is all about, it was necessary in order to grow, heal, mend, and mature. All right, and it feels like somebody's still on their way there. If this is new love, and this person, you and your person have like an instantaneous connection with them when you meet, if they walk and waltz into your life, just seem to pop out of nowhere, it's because there is a past life love here, connection, where you feel when you meet them, you instantly recognize them on a soul level, right? The thing is, you might have had a recent breakup or disappointment, let's say, or somebody might already be in a relationship, and then suddenly this person waltzes into your life, and it's like, you know, I feel like I've known you before, but yet someone might already be in a relationship. That's another scenario. Either way, there's a fear attached to this kind of intensity that I'm picking up from this connection. Maybe if you had a recent breakup, you're afraid to get hurt. That's why this is here. Somebody might be offering you something really sincere and tangible, something solid that they want to build upon for the future, right? Don't mind the nudity. These cards are absolutely gorgeous, though. So they're offering you something tangible. They really want to express their love, but you might have to take a leap of faith with them, especially if you're afraid of getting hurt. If you've been hurt recently or in the past, or you know, there's something that maybe you don't want to take a chance on when it comes to love. Maybe you don't want to be vulnerable and drop your guard and take a risk on somebody. You know, it's difficult when you've been hurt and you don't want to you don't want to jump the gun, right? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. You don't want to jump the gun. But it feels like somebody's really trying to like make you aware that they have feelings for you or they want you that way, right? This person doesn't seem like they're shy in expressing themselves. At the same time, you might have encountered somebody, right, from a past life, and the connection is intense instantaneously, and it's almost like you're wanting to express how you feel to them, but maybe it's this fear of, oh, maybe it's too soon, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should work up to that. You know, there's a little bit of doubt and trepidation coming from the Nine of Wands. So somebody's afraid to express themselves or accept the love that's being expressed based off of maybe fears or not wanting to risk the heart. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting here. So let's see if we can get, I don't know, I'm not going to take these on any one card. I just want to get a little bit more information. I see two scenarios here. Somebody's going to have to take a leap of faith when it comes to love. Somebody's trying to express love to someone else. The intensity of the connection is, I think, valid here. But there's a fear of getting hurt in some way. So stack number 1 viewers, you might be on the fence when it comes to accepting someone's love or expression of love this month. Okay, so yeah, look, it says talking. Someone's interested in you. They're talking to you. Maybe a message from somebody that you've been dying to hear from finally arrives. Somebody calls you, texts you, emails you. Maybe somebody's even checking out your social media. Again, if it's somebody from the past, they might be reaching out. That was the kind of vibe that I was getting from that. And again, express your love. And here is the energy of talking, right? So you're getting to know somebody, maybe somebody new, maybe somebody from the past is hitting you up again. That's a possibility. But I really do feel with the Page of Pentacles, you know, there's really potential here for something to come of this. But you might have to drop the guard just slightly in order to see where it can go, right? Somebody's going to have to try or I don't know, like be a little bit more optimistic when it comes to the potential in a connection with the Fool. Also, from whatever reason, what I'm getting from the Page of Pentacles is that stack number 1 people, you may be wanting someone to kind of, again, show you the proof in the pudding, right? Show you something real, tangible, sincere. It's not just words. It's like, I want action. I want tangible evidence, right? That you really want me sincerely. Otherwise, I'm not wasting my time. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Like, don't waste my time, you know, like I don't want fake love. I want real love. And if I'm going to bother to give my energy to somebody or drop my guard for somebody or take a leap of faith on somebody, it has to be for real. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this. All right, so let's see. Okay, so spiritual and enlightenment. Well, it's a spiritual connection. We see that with the past life energy here. Okay, past life connections do surpass time, space, you know, realms, all that good stuff. But again, it's that same feeling like if you're focused on yourself right now, stack number 1 viewers, I was getting the vibe that you're not really interested in somebody who wants just to fling, like, or somebody who wants to just have fun. I think you're too leveled up for that. That's what this feels like. And you're not going to drop your guard down for somebody who's not really taking you seriously. Because, again, your values, maybe with the spirituality and enlightenment energy here, your values are different at this point or this stage in the game. So you're not really going to settle for anything that isn't going to edify you in some way. Right? You want quality connections. Okay, legal matters and contracts. Okay, well, legal matters and contracts, whenever I see this card, it kind of reminds me of like commitment, right? Because when you sign the dotted line, you're committing yourself to something. So it could be that maybe this is just a matter of, you know what, I want commitment. You know, I want a connection that's going to kind of, we're going to bounce off each other in a really good way. We're going to lift each other's vibe up. Contracts are commitment. So that's kind of the way I'm seeing that card. If you guys, you know, actually have a legal contract with somebody, maybe I don't know, marriage, I don't know. I really don't know what to think. But really what this is feeling like to me more than anything is basically a commitment. Like you want something serious, you're not looking to play around, you want commitment material. Could be that somebody's married or there's, I don't know. I'm not really feeling that vibe. Maybe some of you are going through a divorce and maybe that's, you know, if new love is trying to come in, you might have to clear this divorce situation out of the way. Again, the three-party situation of the Three of Swords, that could definitely mean that. You might have to clear the divorce out of the way before you open yourself up to something new with the Fool, right? That's a possibility. So let's see if we can get final oracles for you. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. But let's see. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So right away, that might be the turmoil, right? But the blessing that's coming through is something new, and it could be someone new, right? Transformation, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Well, the Fool energy is on to a new phase or a new chapter. It has recently gone through a transformation in order to start back at zero, right? So that makes sense. All right, soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I think a past life soulmate is trying to manifest physically, and you're on the path or the journey to now encounter them. That's kind of what this feels like. It says time. You're trying too hard. Give it some time. So you may have, like I was saying, you may have to see where this goes organically, right? Just see how it develops. Give it some time to do its thing and find out if this person, right, is what they say they are, who they say they are. All right, and it says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So again, if somebody has trust issues with the Nine of Wands, all right, makes sense why this card is here, whether it be old love or new love coming in. Some of you might actually be a little hesitant at this point, maybe because of past experiences. There's a little bit of fear of starting something new. Pages and the Fool, pages in themselves are new energy. Fool is too. So this is definitely something new coming in. Somebody's looking to talk to you. They're interested in you. They want to get to know you. They want to, again, express themselves to you, express how they feel, maybe show you how they feel by demonstrating that with something tangible. Again, proof is in the pudding. Let them do that. That's kind of what this is feeling like. Let them show you what they have to offer, and then maybe decide, right? I know some of you might be hurt and afraid, not wanting to really let the guard down with that Nine of Wands, but I think there's potential here, right? It's just a matter of letting it unfold. So stack number 1, viewers, this is your reading for July 2020 as far as love predictions go. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. And if you want to seek me out for a personal reading, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you're guided to. So much love to you wherever you are. Be safe and keep shining. Stack number 2, viewers, you chose this beautiful amethyst druzy. I'm just going to put that off to the side. This is your tarot card that you picked. This is a major arcana only deck. So I'm going to flip this over now. Again, this is a July 2020 love prediction reading. Okay, so let's see what you have for the month of July. We have the Hangman. All right, and we're going to start off with the romance angels to see what's going on here for you, stack number 2 viewers. Let's see. Hangman is sometimes about being on hold, waiting for something or someone, maybe in a situation where you're not in communication with somebody. It's a non-action card, so sometimes it's like a little timeout in a connection. All right, so let's see, stack number 2 viewers. Let's see what's going on. July 2020 love predictions. Okay. All right, so we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents or forgive each other. Okay. So basically, right off the bat, the feeling I'm getting from this is that maybe there is a commitment or relationship that is temporarily on hold until something gets fixed or amended in some way. Maybe some of you are literally engaged and have to put the wedding date on hold or something like that. Considering the way the world is right now, the whole world is on hold as I record this. So it could be that some of you are engaged and kind of have to like put your wedding date, or you back it up in some way or change the date or something like that until this whole thing, you know, blows over. But more than anything, like what I'm feeling from this is that there has been a pause in the connection, a pause in the leveling up of this connection until an issue gets resolved. Right off the bat, it doesn't feel like it's permanent. It feels like maybe there's just like a misunderstanding, and maybe through that misunderstanding you guys can heal and grow and level up, gain enlightenment like the Hangman talks about, and maybe gain different perspectives with each other as well through conversation, right? So let's see if we can get 3 tarot cards for you, stack number 2 viewers. Okay, there's one. Okay, there's 2. All right, let's see what we have. All right, we have the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, whoa, and the Queen of Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly somebody. All right, so what this feels like is, you know, because we have the 2 twos, definitely relationship situation, partnership, coupledom, unions, right, duality and balance with the number 2. I kind of feel like somebody's reevaluating a connection or the level of commitment there is in a situation or in a relationship in general. Number 2, or the 2 of Wands especially, is all about being at a crossroads. I don't know, some of you might have actually, with that Queen of Swords energy, gave somebody an ultimatum, because sometimes that 2 of Wands can talk about an ultimatum. Okay, but it really does feel like there's something that needs to shift, or perspective that needs to change. There has to be balance and equilibrium somewhere in this connection before it can level up. I think there needs to be some compromise, or you guys being on the same page. So it kind of feels like in July, there's going to be some talk. Like, I feel like talk. The Queen of Swords is all about talking things out, saying what she needs to say, speaking her truth, not really letting anything slide by her. She doesn't hesitate to speak her mind. She is also very strong energy in a sense where it's like has a backbone of steel. She doesn't really allow herself to cave or crumble in any way. She's tough stuff. So it does kind of feel like a matter of tough love. You might be giving somebody an ultimatum in July. You might be at a crossroads in July. You might have to speak some truths to a special someone in July, but it's all to try to, you know, gain perspective. Maybe to even heal the connection. Like, you got to hash it out sometimes to get it all out on the table and then work on it from there. This does say, look, there is a commitment here. There is potential to ascend this commitment to a higher level. Sometimes it takes some harsh truths in order to make that happen, right? Sometimes you got to speak authentically, not hold back. There's a need to find equilibrium. Sometimes that 2 of Pentacles is all about, it's a balancing act, right? Sometimes you got to weigh the pros and cons in a situation. There's some fluctuations as well in this connection, but it might be that these things are happening or coming up to the surface so that way they can be healed. That way you can look at a situation from each other's perspective. There's a pivotal moment or a shift about to happen in the connection, because the Two of Wands is, again, that energy where it's like you have two paths to choose from. You can go either way. You can choose to take the path, a certain path together, or you can split paths and go your separate ways. That is a possibility here for some of you. But nonetheless, with that Two of Pentacles, it is about trying to find balance. Where can we compromise and find the middle ground in our situation? Because sometimes with this, you know, you're on one side of the fence, they're on another side of the fence, you can't find common ground. You're trying to find that happy medium between you, so that way everything's good. And things might just be on hold in the meantime, right? But again, your love life benefits as you heal the situation, as you maybe come to an understanding. Again, the Sword of Truth, it does speak about truth. It does, you know, sometimes reveal some things. And there might be some truths that need to be expressed or said in order to put the connection on the right path. So let's see if we can get some cards. Again, the Hangman's on hold. It might be a temporary hold until things get straightened out, right? You find a middle ground or compromise. There's some things that need to be shared in order to gain enlightenment, right? The Hangman. And gain perspective and truth. There is fluctuation in the connection. Might be a balancing act as well. There might be something that needs to be decided, because sometimes the Two of Wands, or basically any of the twos, can talk about a decision. So it might be that there's an important decision to be made in this connection, whether you're going to level it up in some way or heal it in some way, or for a few of you, maybe even separate and go separate paths. Go your separate ways. Okay? What does that say? Boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Okay, so kind of like what I was already saying, you know, are you going to arrive together, or are you going to move on together? Are you going to go your separate ways? You know, maybe it's all about a discussion in regards to receiving what you need. Like if there's some issues that need to be discussed, right? The Queen of Swords is going to do that. She's going to voice what she needs in a situation or relationship. She's not going to hold back, right? There is a desire to level up and make progress in the connection. Right here, that's what this is all about. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, progression. We want to make progress in our relationships, right? And sometimes in order to do that, you gotta talk about it. So whether you're moving on together or apart, you know, I can't tell necessarily. But it could be that just some major discussions need to be had in order to free up the connection so you're not on hold anymore. It might be a discussion of what is it that you both want, right? Okay, what does this say? Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So the Hangman does talk about gaining perspective. Okay, and if there is any gaslighting or anything like that, like this card may indicate, the Queen of Swords is going to be able to see through that. She's going to be able to call it out. Now, if some of you have been at a crossroads in regards to waiting for somebody, okay, I can see how maybe this card can indicate that you're looking out for them. And if there's no movement, it may be a matter of moving on, right, for some of you. And I'm only saying that because the Hangman talks about being on hold. And these two cards, you know, especially with the number 2, it's about a decision. A lot of times that Two of Wands, it's like, do I stay? Do I go? Which direction am I taking? Am I going to stay in this situation? Am I going to wait for this person? Or am I going to move on? So for some of you, that could be it, right? All right, let's see. Okay, so joyful times. Centered and balanced. Absolutely. The idea of that two, of those two twos, is about trying to find balance, right? Balance and duality. Number twos are all about that energy. So there needs to be a balance in a connection. If you're going to succeed in this and level up and find joy and find, you know, and move on to better things, right? This is what I'm feeling mostly, that this is a matter of healing a current connection that some of you might be in if you chose this. There's a potential to heal a current connection. Get out of this thing that's tying you guys up or creating some form of limitation. Talk about it. Move on from it. Grow up from whatever issues that you have. Level up from them, right? Find that balance. Find that common ground here with that Two of Pentacles, and seek the future, right? Because it looks like there are joyful times that can be had in this connection, but the healing kind of needs to occur. You kind of got to get the muck out of the way, right? And then you guys can free yourselves up to enjoy one another's company and really start, like this card says, moving on, right? Putting the past behind you, receiving what you need, right? Making progress in the connection. So yeah, I definitely agree with these cards here. It's all about trying to find balance in your relationship. So you might have some serious discussions. There might be some serious communication with the Queen of Swords, but it's really to reveal some things that needed to be said. So that way they can be uprooted and healed with this energy over here, and you guys can level up together. Okay, it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So basically, don't take anything for granted, okay? Not the people in your life, not the experiences you've had with them. Look at that, healing. You're healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light, feeling your relationship being healed in this very moment. We have two cards of healing, okay? So that's definitely the theme here. Look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Well, a lot of times, you know, we have to look at the deeper issues in our connections, in ourselves, in order to heal them, right? Make ourselves aware of what's going on, find the root of the problem, and knock it out the park, right? So it kind of feels like that's what this is about. You guys are looking inside of this connection, examining your feelings, you know, examining the issues, examining the root of your problems, and maybe, I feel, honestly, just trying to heal them and move on from them, okay? Together is kind of what I'm feeling. So stack number 2, this is your reading for July 2020, your love predictions. I'm going to leave you here. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, and click that bell for notification to support this channel so you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you feel guided to. So I'm going to leave you here, send you much love wherever you are. Be safe and keep shining. Stack number 3, you chose this beautiful aragonite stone. I'm just going to put that off to the side. This is your tarot. This is from a Majors Arcana only deck. This is a July 2020 love prediction reading. So let's see what we have for you as your major arcana. Okay, we have the Tower. Interesting. Now, the Tower can mean a bunch of different things. Sometimes the Tower energy comes in to say that there's something unexpected that's happening in our life. It's shaking things up a bit. It's a shift usually for the better, though, but it's never really comfortable while you're experiencing it. It might be an epiphany. It could be meeting someone unexpectedly, maybe love at first sight situation. It could definitely be some shocking news that comes through to change things for you. So let's go ahead and grab the Romance Angel, and then we'll follow up with the Tarot. But let's see what we have with the Romance Angel. So stack number 3 viewers for July 2020 love predictions. Let's see if we can get 2 Romance Angel cards. Okay. Actually, there's 2 in there. All right, let's see what we have. All right, it says, you deserve love, you are lovable, and retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, interesting. Let's see if we can get tarot. whenever we get this card, it usually talks about a quiet moment. Think of like a non-action energy, right? So, okay. Let's see if we can get 3 cards from the tarot first before I continue. Okay. So we can get 2 more. All right, we have the Empress, the 5 of Wands, and the Sun. Okay. All right, so why does this automatically feel like the universe might be shaking things up for you in July when it comes to love, but it's really to put you on the right path, either with someone or maybe away from someone? I can definitely see that there's a current relationship here, but I could also see it as maybe a separation for some of you, okay? If it's a current relationship, I think some major fundamentals in the connection with that Tower is being shook up. So you can settle your differences with the 5 of Wands, settle your conflicts. And with the Sun, walk into a successful energy. Again, the Tower is one that brings down false foundations so you can rebuild on real, tangible, solid, stable ones. So it kind of feels like if you're existing in a relationship at the moment, there was a need to kind of understand where one another stands in the relationship, so you can settle the differences and the challenges as you find with one another and rebuild stronger and more successful than ever. But then for some of you, I'm also getting the vibe that something occurred unexpectedly with the Tower that puts you on a path to kind of like go quiet. Because whenever I see this energy, this is about a quiet time, whether with your person or apart from your person. Sorry, candle went out. And of course, I'm not prepared, so one moment. Anyhow, that retreat energy is talking about either disconnecting from someone or you and your person retreating together, going quiet, kind of taking time out for yourselves. But what I'm feeling from this is that, oh, look, and that one went out too. Boy, I can't win. So, sorry for all the distraction. Basically, what I'm getting at is it's a quiet time. Like if you had your differences with somebody, you broke up, let's say, it could have been because there were some difficulties and unpredictable energy there in that situation. There sometimes needs to be a timeout in a connection to get one's head on straight, in order to know what it is that you want or don't want in a connection, right? Sometimes, you know, to me, this energy is like, I see the arrow, I can't help but think of your focus, where your focus is, who your focus is on, what is it that you deserve, what is it that you want, what is it that you don't want, what is it that you will or will not tolerate, knowing your worth, knowing what you feel you deserve, that kind of thing. So if there was a foundation that came crumbling down in a connection, it was, if anything, for some of you to set you up on the path to recognize your worth, take some time out for yourself, reevaluate, again, the fundamentals of what you desire when it comes to love and relationships or in a current relationship. Again, this is about stepping into your own personal power, especially if some of you are the divine feminine. But also to settle any inner conflicts within yourself, because if there was a connection where, you know, it was tumultuous or it was shaking things up for you, there was instability or too much unpredictable things happening in that connection, there was conflicts in the connection or in the environment surrounding that connection, it would make you, again, reevaluate what you deserve or what you want. And sometimes that requires a timeout. So if you've taken a timeout or apart or have separated from a special someone, for the time being, it was necessary maybe to work on yourself. Self-love and self-care is kind of what I'm getting from the Empress energy, because she's all about nurturing qualities, right? It's also an energy of manifesting or gestating, birthing something. So sometimes it's an idea, sometimes it's kind of stepping into a new version of you in a way that's more healthy, in a way that's more compassionate and more caring towards yourself. Sometimes there are situations with people that are too conflicting, that don't allow you to truly be your best self. And sometimes you have to shift your focus with the arrow in another direction, right? One that's going to make you happy. Happier than maybe where you were. Okay, so that definitely, I can see that for some of you. On the other hand, again, if you're in a current relationship, there's definitely some fundamentals that need to be discussed. There's some differences that need to be settled. You might come across some petty arguments here and there that might end up rehashing some things and bringing some things to light, okay? Epiphany moments do happen when we're confronted with some issues in, ourselves or with others. But it's bringing some things to light. It's shedding some light on a topic, I think, between you and a certain someone. And the sun always does that. It always does enlighten you to something where you're in the dark, not with the sun, not forever. You won't be for long. That tower energy, again, if the sun is poking through the clouds and starts to shed light on something, the tower energy, yeah, it's gonna break up the illusion, right? The sun is not gonna allow you to walk in the dark. So the sun will break up the illusion of like a moon energy, let's say, so that way you can see things for what they are and what they aren't. And that might be the case for some of you. Whether you're in a relationship or getting out of one, whatever this tower energy is allowing you to see what truly is and allowing you to understand what it's not. Therefore, you're able to move forward properly, because you don't want to move forward into the future, whether, in a relationship, let's say, on a false foundation. Right? So I see it this way. Some of you might be splitting off from somebody. Some of you might actually, in the process of splitting off from somebody, finding yourself. So if you can rebuild in your connection and settle your differences and find that happy energy with each other, it looks successful. The relationship can look successful if you can settle the differences and focus on what matters. Maybe take some time out with one another in order to nurture the relationship, for sure. But at the same time, I could really see this as something going down in a connection where some of you might decide to go your own way. Therefore, nurture yourself in the process. Settle any conflicts within yourself by doing so. Setting your focus on you, on what you deserve and what you feel you need from love and connections. Retreating, taking a step back from the current situation in order to really listen to yourself. Therefore, finding your own happiness and finding yourself in the process. So, I know that's a mouthful, but let's see if we can get some cards here. Oh, what was that? Okay, so separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. Okay, so there might be a little bit of a shakeup in a relationship for some of you watching. And that's kind of the energy of the tower that I was picking up. Okay, so that's just confirming that there might be some of that. However, I could also, I don't know, if the sun is there, so at the same time, I can see this as, if there was a breakup, you and your person might have had time apart from one another. The tower comes in to kind of like shake things up, to wake things up. You might have had your time apart from one another. In that time apart, you might have grown to know what it is that you deserve and want. There might have been a waiting energy also with the Empress, because she's all about, she waits how many months to have a baby, right? So it's a waiting energy sometimes, a brooding energy. In the midst of separation and retreat from one another, maybe there has been some of that. Maybe you have taken care of yourself. Maybe they've taken care of themselves, worked on themselves in the process of separation. But there is potential, I feel like, somewhere along the line to settle your differences and be shown, you know, a brighter future over here, maybe after this conflict gets settled. Because sometimes that Five of Wands talks about a conflict of head and heart, conflict with someone or in your environment again. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you are somebody's divine feminine. Maybe there was a separation between you. Maybe if you're a masculine, this is your divine feminine. Maybe, you know, she took time apart, or your divine feminine, not gender specific, but your divine feminine took time apart from you. You took time apart from them. And, you know, settling the time apart maybe, or the retreat apart, was necessary to settle the differences, to maybe shift perspectives, work on each other, work on your own individual journeys before you can somehow find your way back together. Because look at the two people joining hands. You know, it's kind of like it feels like a little bit of a reunion energy. Yeah, and in the midst of separation, there would be missing you, would be thinking about them, right? And then you, and there is no certainty of the future. But I know it sounds cliche. Some things, you know, need to have tower moments in order to set things right. It's like a breaking apart in order to put it back together again, but properly this time. That's what this feels like. But let's see if we can get some more cards here. Okay, what was that? It says, not today. Dealing, avoiding, conversation, crawl, person, boundaries, still angry. Well, that's a possibility. I mean, we do have the Five of Wands. So in some situations, maybe there was avoidance. Maybe there was, you know, a separation, and that's why there was retreat. There was no desire really to communicate or talk about it. All right, healthy boundaries. Again, the idea that if some of you were leaving a connection and leaving it for your own peace of mind so you can focus on yourself because you feel you deserve better, that would explain this. Okay, so that scenario does apply definitely with this card. If you're leaving a situation because you feel you deserve better and you want to, like, you know, you want to seek your happiness elsewhere, you want to nurture yourself because you don't, you know, deserve the conflict, I can definitely see this applying for sure. All right, so let's see if we can get one of these for a little bit more detail as well. Feels like a wake-up call or some sudden realization that somebody's had in regards to the dynamics or fundamentals of a relationship. And then trying to find happiness in a situation outside of the conflict, or maybe settling the conflict to find happiness in some way. But it's more or less what you deserve, and not, it kind of feels like not wanting to settle for anything less than that. Okay, so look at that, intuitive understanding. So intuitively, intuition is kind of like the guidance here, the divine guidance. Intuition is kind of what's guiding you on whatever path you choose. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. So intuition is going to be key here in regards to how you handle a situation like this. Okay, new inspirations. So some of you are seeking something new. Some of you are seeking new energy, right? And maybe, again, if you're separating from someone to seek your own path, you're inspired to go it alone. You're inspired to seek your happiness elsewhere. The same if some of you are looking to heal a connection or come to terms, or again, reevaluating the fundamentals of your current existing dynamic, settling your differences. The energy of the Tower is still about wiping away the old to bring in the new. All right. Again, false foundations. You cannot build a future on something that is faulty. So again, new energy is trying to be ushered in whatever scenario yours applies to. Okay, but we have the Sun, and the Sun is also, you know, always about success and moving in a successful direction. But really what it boils down to is moving in the direction of what you feel you deserve. Moving in the direction of what is in alignment with you. your focus is more or less shifting to what, you know, what you feel you're worthy of. Sudden understandings, yes, with the Tower. Okay. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Again, that self-care, nurturing energy I was picking up from the Empress. Okay. Taking a step back with the retreat, focusing on your own energy in some way. All right. Oh, and the candle went out, but we're already done here, so I'm not going to be replacing it. Look at that. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Again, intuitive guidance, right? Let's grab one more because everybody else seemed to get a bunch of them that fell out. But let's see. All right. It says, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So if it's some of you that are choosing to, you know, there's a shakeup, let's say, in an existing relationship, you got to nurture the bonds in the connection, settle your differences, but, you know, act on the friendship first. In other words, you know, some of the best relationships are built on friendship first before anything else. And those are the ones that usually last the longest. So I'm just saying, it looks like the sun is trying to usher in maybe, you know, a happier time if you're settling your differences in an existing relationship and nurturing the connection, nurturing the friendship, nurturing the bond that you have. And then obviously for those of you who are going it alone, basically nurture the bonds of friendship that you have also with others. You know, if you're separating from somebody, what better time to, you know, distract yourself and go hang out with your friends, right? So stag number 3, this is your reading. I'm going to leave you here. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, and click that bell for notification to support this channel so you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you're guided to. So I'll leave you here. Take care of yourselves wherever you are. Be safe and keep shining.